TwitchCon 2022. I really wanted to go. I wish I had good news, but sadly, I don't. Some things came up and I am no longer going to be attending TwitchCon 2022. If you live under a rock and don't know what TwitchCon is, it's basically like AnimeCon, Comic-Con, any of those cons, but for Twitch. Pretty self-explanatory, right? It's just a great place for anyone in the Twitch community, streamers, viewers, anyone really, just to meet up and just bond over something they love. Twitch. And I personally thought it'd be so fun to go meeting some of my favorite Twitch streamers, maybe a fan or two, maybe, I don't know. And I just really wanted to experience being around people that was in the same community as me. I would probably feel really welcomed and just very part of something, you know? Because most humans, that's what we crave for. The ability to feel welcomed, recognized, and just a place to call ours, our tribe. I really wanted to go. And throughout the year, I made a lot of plans, preparation, and just planning to go to San Diego. That's where TwitchCon is. California, San Diego. You guys don't know, I'm from little old Canada, all the way up north in a little place called Toronto. That's quite a far place. It's coast to coast and on a big diagonal line. That's pretty far. And that's very intimidating. And I was willing to do that because I was just craving that feeling of being around people who understood me and felt the same way I felt. In life, I have a hard time relating to a lot of people. They don't understand the things I do or the mindset I have. And just being around other creators, other Twitch streamers, other people who are in that field, I personally felt like it could be a really good learning experience and networking and just hopefully making some great friends along the way who understand what I'm going through mentally and physically as a Twitch streamer. I know it's, oh, I play video games and blah blah, but it does get lonely sometimes and very overwhelming. I've tried to make friends in the Twitch community, but I just always have a hard time. I don't really know where to look or where to reach out, but I thought TwitchCon would be literally the perfect place. I know I'm not like Tyler One, Pokimane, Shroud. I'm not a top guy. I just think it'd be nice having someone who's going through the same things as me, and that's not happening this year. I can't go to TwitchCon this year. I really can't. I don't know. The last few months have just been boom, problem after problem. And some days I feel like I'm at my breaking point. There's so many like variables in life are so stressful and so soul crushing, you know? I won't go into detail to every little detail that's been like weighing on me, but I just can't really spare the mental strength and mental preparedness I would need to go to all the way California, all alone, no friends, no family, just me in a foreign country with foreign people a bazillion miles away from my house. That's very scary and very overwhelming. Let me reframe you guys. I haven't really done any like major traveling. I've done a little traveling within Canada, but nothing like San Diego. Every time I've been traveling, I was never the driver. I was never the planner. I was just there enjoying it and just living. But if I decide to go to San Diego, I'd have to be responsible for feeding myself, taking care of myself, making sure I have somewhere to sleep. Any problems happen, I gotta be the one to deal with it. And I think I'm ready for that, but I just don't want to put myself under that type of stress right at this moment. And on top of that, I don't really think it's like the right financial decision to do something like that. It would probably cost me around like at least $1,500 for a trip like that. Just me. Maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more, but around $1,500 be comfortable, you know? Have a nice experience and just make sure I get the most out of going to a whole different country. And just spending that type of money on a trip like that, I don't really think it's like worth the investment. I'm currently looking to buy a car soon because I just got my driver's license, and I think saving the money to buy a more reliable car will benefit me more in the future because I'll be able to make more content, I'll be able to go new places, and I'll just be a lot more free, and I'll just be not limited to public transport or other people, basically. It will honestly be a whole new chapter of content. I cannot wait to get a car because we're gonna make some crazy stuff. It's gonna be amazing. If you guys don't know, there's been like a lot of passport issues in Canada, so getting a passport in Canada is really difficult. I'm sure if I bugged enough government workers, I could get it through and just get it all cleared out, but that's like hours upon hours of work to get a passport right now, and I just can't afford that time to like do paperwork to get all the references I need for a passport and like wait in line to get a passport and like all the calls I would have to make. Like getting a passport nowadays after COVID, it's a pain in the ass. Literally everyone in the country wants to get a passport. Everyone wants to look and leave Canada just to go on a vacation. If I wanted to get a passport, it would probably take me at least 20 hours, maybe even more of time. That's just not worth it. I just can't do that. I don't want to give away 20 hours of my life to get a fucking passport. And this is the cherry on top. This is what probably killed the trip. So let me start back in 2020. COVID happened, right? A lot of people lost their job, and one of those people were me. I lost my job, so I wasn't able to buy food, rent, or anything I needed to survive on a day-to-day basis. So I had to rely on the government. Don't get me wrong, I wanted to work. I really did. I was really upset that I was not able to work anymore. My way of living was just gone. So I applied to the CERB program and they basically accepted me. COVID, blah, blah, blah. Everything was good. I was able to pay my bills, feed myself, and just be able to make sure I was living still. I didn't realize I would have to pay it back. Don't get me wrong, I don't have to pay all of it back, but I have to pay a pretty decent amount of it back. I'm a little pissed off. Here's my little bitching of the day. Me, a working citizen, happy, paying myself, taking care of my own self. Government says, hey, you're not allowed to work anymore. I lose my job. Then government forces me to sickle off their titty so I can survive. Because I can't go back to work. They said, no, you're not allowed to work. So, okay, blah, blah, blah. Play their games. And now they forced me to rely on them. Now I gotta pay them back. I can't get back the time you guys took away from me. I can't magically work more hours. So now I just like, I gotta come up with this fucking money. It's like, okay, whatever, shit. Fuck. I don't know if I'm like dumb or something, but basically they forced me not to work. So I would just assume like, okay, I'm not gonna have to pay this back because they're forcing me not to work. I don't have an option, but apparently I do. So yeah, that's gonna cut into the money I was planning to take for California. Thanks, Canadian government, for making me lose my job. Hey, at least I have my job now. Everything's good and I can slowly pay that off. Gonna be a pain in the ass, but you do what you gotta do, right? Like they always say, there's gonna be two things you do in life, no matter what. You're gonna die, and you're gonna pay taxes. And I hate paying my taxes, but I gotta do what I gotta do, right? I gotta do what I gotta do. But yeah, that's basically the story on why I'm no longer going to TwitchCon in 2022. I know I've hyped it up a little bit past months, saying, oh my god, I'm so hyped for TwitchCon and all that stuff. And I'm really, really sorry to anyone I let down who was planning to go to meet me. I just mentally and financially shouldn't. Next year, I hope I can organize my life a little bit better and make sure everything's a lot more smooth and I'll be in a better state of well-being to be able to go to TwitchCon in 2023. 2023, goddamn, that feels like forever away, but it's not. God, I really want to be able to go there next year so I can hang out with you guys, talk with you guys, and just meet you guys because I fucking love you guys. You guys are my best friends. I fucking hang out with you guys all day on Twitch. I'm really sorry to anyone I let down. And I'm going to try my absolute hardest to come there next year. I really am. And I'm really sad I won't be able to see you guys this year. But hey, I guess not going is going to save a little bit of money in the budget. So we can possibly make some pretty banger videos. I got some pretty fire ideas. And I hope you guys like what's coming up soon. Because, guys, I'm always giving you guys 110%. And I got some fire things cooking up right now. I got some absolute fire in the kitchen. No matter what happens, it's going to be a good year with content. Because I strive to give you the guys the best. Because that's what you guys deserve. Peace out, y'all.